Assalamu alaikum, I am Farrukh Nadeem. Today I'm here with a new tutorial. Today's tutorial will be related to 3D. I'm importing a file below which I've set to 48 inches by 24 inches in size. And as for the material surface settings, you already know all about them. Now, since we are going to work in 3D, keep this one setting in mind. Previously we were working on standard, but after that we have high and very high. Here, it becomes 7 times slower, but it won't affect your performance in any way. In appearance, you can apply any wood effect you like. Here, I have applied a dark wood effect. You can select any wood material color here, like green wood, dark wood, or any other. This is definitely for its coloring. If you want your surface to be double, that option is also available. This is definitely the molding resolution, and this is its color. I will output it, and here we have a file. Click on this file to perform it. Since today we are going to work in 3D, there are definitely a few things you should keep in mind for 3D. First, whatever base you are working on, give it a little thickness so that the design can be clear. Well, for example, that here I have set up a frame of 48 inches by 24 inches. Here I go to the rectangle tool and set its value to 0 here. And at this spot, I enter the frame size we want to work on. So create it and close it. Now, as you can see, a frame has been created here. This is our molding panel. As soon as we go into the molding panel, some molding tools are available here. We will study these tools one by one, and at the same time, we will also introduce them. The main tool we will be working with today is create a shape from vector outline. Right now, we have drawn a rectangle which will be used to create its base. In the preview, there are two types of windows available, horizontal and vertical. Of course, you can also access 3D from here, and you can orbit it with the left button as well. If you want to view it from both angles, then from here you can set any position, either vertical or horizontal. So here you are getting it in 3D, zoom in a little, and here I have the trode, because the work that needs to be done when you have to select the material, that will be done in the tap needle, and the setting will be happening in the trode frame, and suction will be happening so that you can see for the appendix. Along with that, you have the 3D portion, meaning you can also turn on the 3D window. So as soon as we select the tool to create the shape, you will need to select the geometry. Here, we basically have 3 types of shapes. One is with the core profile, or here we basically have 3 types of shapes. One is with the core profile. One has an angular profile and one is flat. Now we have these 3 shapes. The angles for all 3 shapes are also specified. Right now we will use the flat feature here. In the flat feature, I will set its thickness here to 2 inches. Apart from that, you don't need to specify anything for any other tool. Here you need to select its shape and give it a name. Here I have named it base wood. Apply it. As soon as you apply it here, close it, and you will see that a wooden block has been created in 3D in front of you. I made this for appearance purposes so that you can understand the design, and whatever work is done on it will also be visible to us. You will need to go to the drawing and import it. Now, from here, we can import any vector drawing. I selected this one. It has some old inscriptions written on it. Bismillah is written, Mashallah. So let's trace it here. Before tracing, we will set its resolution so that any textures visible in the background can be removed. Remove them by applying this, close it, and then use the trace option. I set the minimum number of colors and selected black color, then previewed it. If it looks okay, apply it and close. I have removed the bitmap. Make it a bit smaller, and now look here. This is the base we created. You can adjust the size of this base and see. Here I am reducing its width. I set its width to 18 inches. As soon as I set this size, you can see that this size has appeared in this form. Align it. For alignment, I use the align command. This object should remain selected. Go to 3D. here create the shape. As soon as you will do this, and here you had set this curve profile. Okay, for risk, I am setting it to 0.125 here. Let's keep the composite as 1. If you apply it and see, you will notice that effect on top of it. Look, I am enlarging this window so you can see everything more clearly. See, the top part, as I told you before, profile, which defines the shape. So if you want to make it more angular at this point, you should switch to 2D mode. This will allow you to adjust the angles precisely just as we discussed earlier. As soon as you make it angular here, since its angle is on the downside, if you move it to the side, you'll see it's loading and these values will shift to the side. Look here. This area that you can see, pay attention to this area. You can increase or decrease its height. I'm setting it to 0 here. When you set it to 0 and apply it, you'll see that the base connected underneath it will become 0. Yes, just like we reduced set its base height to 0 here, you can see it right in front of you. Now if I set it to 0.05 and apply it, you'll see all the effects appear right before you. Look at this. So here we simply apply it with a value of 0.1 and then finalize it. This time its height will be doubled. After finalizing the height, if you look, the impression has appeared here. Now if I select this feature here, it will create something exactly like a flex. Look at this. If I do it with the profile, you've already seen that before. With the profile, its bulge will be in a radial form. See, if you want to change this, you can adjust its shape by changing the angle. Look at this. Since we have to do professional work, what looks good is best. Just as I showed you, take it to the angular style. Here, I set its angle to 36. So watch this. Then I bring it into this angular form and its design turns out well. But keep this in mind when you're tracing. Right now I just did it like this. When you're tracing, there are errors here. You must clear these, because if you want to join it with this, it should join properly. This is the difference. I'm showing you the difference here. See? This is the error. Now I'm removing the error from here. I'll show you after removing it, and you'll understand yourself. So look, whatever is made here, you have to smooth it all out in the same way. I'll just smooth this one and show you, and then select them all and join them with the help of J. Sibana, these were separate objects. Now they're all joined. Go back to modeling. As soon as you go to modeling, you'll see the shape we had before. I'll delete this. We already have the object selected. Come here. Apply it with the same value. Look at this. The ship is right in front of you. When you adjust all the designing like this, beauty will automatically come through, and the issue that appears here won't occur. See, it's at this spot. It's at this spot because we traced it. Viewers, this was our practice for creating a 3D shape. Now I will apply this and exit from this dialog. And right here, I'll also show you another dialog through which you can smooth the surface. We have a command for this called the smoothing filter. As soon as you enter it, you'll see this. Try changing the value a little. No, if you set it to maximum, you can see that the edges have become smooth. How much you want to smooth it is up to you. The more you smooth it, the smoother it will get accordingly. It also happens that if you smooth it too much, it gets D-shaped as well. I'll click OK now. Look here, it has smoothed those surfaces from below. All right. So in this way, we have converted the written text into 3D. Now we will add a border around it. For the border, you'll have to come back to 2D. I'll create a new layer in our project. And now let's go to the frame drawing section. Here I have carefully drawn a rectangle shape on the canvas. Offset it to the inside. I will set the offset to 1 inch. After offsetting, we'll leave it as is. To select both objects, go to molding and use create shape. Well, now keep checking it in 3D as you go. I am creating a shape here, a conical base. Here I'll set it to 0.15 and I'll limit its height. I've set the limit to height, and for now I'll set it to 0.3. Here you can check it for now and then apply. Let's see what difference this will make. Look, its frame has been created. Now, as I mentioned about the height, I have limited the height, so I'll set its limit to 0.2. If we apply it, the step will go further down and create this shape. If you reduce it even more, set it to 1.5 and apply, then this shape is formed. Now, we want to design something else on top of this. You should know that the design we just made, its width is basically the width you set in the offset. Here, I'll go and set the outer rectangle again. In the offset, I'll set it to 0.5 so that a line is created in the middle of both. Bring it to the middle. And we had learned a command for this. Copy along with vector. Set this. You'll use the circle here. I'll apply a 0.25 circle here. Set the distance between to 0.75. We'll apply this circle on top of it. Select this rectangle, copy it. See, it has automatically placed the circles inside it. I'll undo this and show you again. If I set it to 1, then you can see the result in front of you on this sunset. Close this. After closing, I'll select the command we just applied and select the other things that were selected in it. Grouping them would be a better option. Here we are working in layer 2. Go back to modeling, go to create shape, then to 3D view. Now look at this design here. See how we work on it. I'll try applying the same command again. See, now this one has appeared. I'll remove its base, set the base to 0 and switch this to the profile, and let's increase its angle a little. Look at this angle, increase the angle as much as you want. So as soon as we increase the angle, apply it, close it, and exit. Now see, you have a beautiful frame right here. Now if you want, you can smooth these a bit as well. That is this one, this component. I selected these two components, OE, together, and now I will slightly adjust their surface. I will smooth. Look at this, Hebby. Well, now it has a thing like if I set the two together, then it combined the two. Summer Creek, I bring it out, undo it. One this component and one this component, and I leave it and just smooth this component a bit, and it's selected. As soon as you select it here, give it a little smoothness. Okay, do it. What will be the advantage of this smoothness is that the accuracy of what is here, which is a very small object, you will not get a good visual, but you can adjust it like this, give it smoothness. Click OK. So, okay, viewers, in this way we have created a 3D design using a very basic command. That here I used Arabic text, but you can use a flower here or any geometric shape you like. In the same way, you will get its 3D effect. I hope you have understood the 3D command we discussed today. You need to practice it. Be sure to practice this. God willing, in our next lecture, we will create some interesting designs using these same commands, and in parallel, we will also study some other commands. For the next lecture, those of you who haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe and be sure to share this with others and bless us with your valuable feedback. So, thank you very much.